David Icke has spoken, and everyone else fell around laughing. This is the financial statement, June 2013 to January 2014, from TPV, the People's Voice, you know, the one where David Icke has resigned as a director but remains a shareholder and seems to be running everything. So no liability, but, you know, obviously he's going to get the benefits of it. But David Icke, as usual, opens his mouth, puts both feet in there, and he's done it with this. It's incredible. You wait till you see this. Okay, let's just skirt over this first of all. Okay, first things first. This picture that's been chosen for this financial statement, you know, there's a picture there, and it looks financial, doesn't it, with money on it and that. First of all, it says March 04, so it's a bit outdated. Okay, but okay, it's just a picture, and it's, you know, it's just there for show, to spice up what he's got to say. But here's the interesting bit on this part before we get to the rest, which is great also, and that is this coin here, which takes pride of place in this picture. What's that? Looks like a 6. Looks like a 6. Looks like a 6. Well, it looks like 666, which is the cryptic name, if you do it in Roman numerals, which I broke a few years ago, of the beast, which spells the name Helios, which is another name of Apollyon the Destroyer. So that's Apollyon the Destroyer there. Oh, hang on, there's some wings here as well, and there's a disc cut into the coin. Coin's a disc, but there's a disc cut into the coin there. So that's a winged disc, isn't it? So it's a flying disc, in other words. So a flying disc with 666, the name of Helios on it, Apollyon. Okay, let's move on. I mean, you know, if you look at my other videos, you'll see that I've found lots of Apollonic stuff to do with David Icke, and well, this is just another one, but this is going to get really good here. Okay, we've got a video here, and this video is from YouTube. Okay, so let's just start this video. Oh, video doesn't exist. Oh, never mind. Let's just read what it says here. As promised, below is an overview of our expenditure since June 2013 to January 2014, about 7 months, broken down into categories. An overview, broken down into categories. Okay, well, that's not really, you know, any kind of financial statement that I would accept, but, you know, people who don't know, they'd accept it. But it says here an overview. An overview is when you go over something and you just see the surface, you don't see what's going on at ground level. It's an overview. Okay, important use of words here, and it's broken down into categories. All right, I'll explain that in a moment. As has already been mentioned on our previous statement, the setup and ongoing costs of this channel have been an expensive undertaking, and miracles have been worked in all areas. Miracles, right, okay. A miracle is something which is completely unexplainable, right? There is no explanation for it. It's like laying hands on the sick and praying to Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ answering that prayer and healing that person of whatever they got wrong with them, because he can do anything. That is completely unexplainable in any scientific terms, because that is a miracle. So David Icke has used the word miracle here, undertaking. Miracles have been worked in all areas. So there's many miracles. So there's many things here which cannot be explained. Okay, so bearing that in mind, let's move on. So here's this breakdown. This is the financial statement there, that he calls a financial statement there, and there he calls it an overview, broken down into categories, and there it is. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff on here. I'm not going to cover all of it, but I'm going to just cover some of it. All right, first of all, let's just look at the food and catering. £589. That's between June 2013 and January 2014, so that's 7 months, and that's how much money they've spent, £589. They must be starving down at the People's Voice if that's all they've spent over 7 months. Mind you, does David Icke provide meals for his voluntary workers? I would say that's a rather mean of him if he doesn't, because £589 doesn't seem to tell me that that is the case there. And then there's this other bit here, video streaming, £18,109.63 for video streaming. How much video streaming has he done since then? Look at the videos. I mean, they've chucked up about 400 on YouTube, haven't they? Yeah, well, it doesn't cost that much money to stream them, does it? Mind you, if we could see the bill for that from the company, yeah, I'm sure we could find it cheaper for him. But you know, there should be some bills here showing who got paid that money, because companies don't mind being shown, you know, we sold this, then this is one of our clients, etc. There's no problem with that. I find that to be rather high, especially where it says here about website, servers, bandwidth, setup. Bandwidth doesn't really make much difference anymore. That was just one of those sales things that people use to make money. With website and server, well, you don't put the two together, and websites don't really cost much money. Nor does the setup. £15,000. So David Icke must have his own server then. If he's got his own server, why is he posting on YouTube? Maybe I've got something wrong there. I don't know. Maybe you could correct me. But here's a howler for you. Okay, here we go. Where are we? So we're going to look at now the accommodation, studio maintenance, office rent. There we go. £1,200. Okay, what's wrong with that? Well, let's just look up the top here. Financial statement, June 2013 to January 2014. That's 7 months. And for 7 months, David Icke has paid £1,200 for the studio that he has, which is absolutely immense. Now, excuse me, because you see, you can't get an office that size in London for that price. I pay more than that for the place that I've got here, okay? Let alone a huge office. So, how much does it cost to rent something at Wembley Point? So on the public domain, okay, serviced office rent in Wembley Point, we click that, 8,000 square foot, which is about what David's got, I suppose, isn't it? £100,000 per annum. How did we get to £100,000? I mean, £1,200 to 200. There it is. There, look. £100,000 per annum to rent a place in now. And for 7 months, David Icke has paid £1,200. Is this another one of these miracles? Is the other miracle that people don't even get fed up at TPV? Who's getting these wages? There's wages here at £75,000 over 7 months. That's a lot of money. How many people in there are getting paid? Split that up between those people there. A lot of people are not getting paid. Gareth Icke works there, doesn't he? You know, Daddy, can I play at Wembley? Oh, yes, son, you can play at Wembley. Daddy, can I have my own show on TPV? Yes, son, you can have your own show on TPV. I'm sure he's getting paid. That's my own opinion, though. But that's 75 grand. That's a lot of money. But the other thing is, of course, is that all of this other stuff doesn't make any sense, does it? And David Icke uses the word miracle, which means that there's no explanation. So you can expect no explanation from how I perceive what he is saying and what he is actually doing. Because this equipment, for instance, this IT equipment, says £5,000 there they spent on it. No way. Look on the internet, type in TV studio equipment, you know, editing desks, etc. Take a look at the prices. There was a story floated round, I can't find it at the moment, but that David Icke had cameras donated to him because the cameras that he's got cost 300,000 or more on their own, and they were donated by a TV company which moved, but no company was named. Didn't the BBC move? They did, didn't they? They moved and they went up to, was it Manchester or something? I don't care where they went. But none of this here makes any sense whatsoever. And when you make a financial statement, you should actually put the bills there and show who got paid. Because if you don't, people are going to take issue with it. And especially when you're claiming to be paying £1,200 in rent, but the office space there for an 8,000 square foot office is £100,000 per annum. I'm sorry, but once again, I don't believe a single thing that David Icke says. And of course, you know, wherever I see anything like 666s and winged discs, well, I know that something Apollyionic and devilish is afoot. So sorry about that, David, but you know, I'm just you put it on the general internet, it's there for discussion. How about some answers?